Hello all, I come in peace. It's Dionne. Thank you so much for joining me here today. For this practice, we have an advanced chair yoga flow. So this practice is building off of my previous chair yoga video that was more beginner friendly. This is just going to be a little bit more of an advanced sequence, adding in a few more poses throughout the flow. So this is great for anyone who works at a desk all day, who is sitting all day, for our seniors, for our elders, anyone that just wants to use the accessibility of a chair and still do yoga. This practice is great for you. It's full of easily accessible modifications. So thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to leave a like or comment on this video, share and subscribe, and let's get started. So right away, we'll begin by coming into our seat. We're sitting up nice and tall with the feet firmly planted against the yoga mat. You might gently close the eyes here, finding length through the spine, and just take a moment and notice how you feel. Notice your breath. Allowing the shoulders to drop down away from the ears. Relax your jaw, the muscles of the face. If you'd like, you can have your palms facing up and open here. So we're open to receiving everything this practice has to offer. We'll begin a few rounds of breath work, so you can leave the eyes closed or have them open, is your choice, whatever feels comfortable for you. On inhale, deep breath in. And exhale, release. Again, inhale, big breath in. And exhale to release. Let's do one more together. Breathe it in. And exhale to release. A few more breaths here on your own. Breathing mindfully and with intention, finding our center, finding our ground. You might take a moment here and express gratitude for making it onto the yoga mat, for finding your seat for this practice, and for giving yourself this time and space to simply be present, be still. When you're ready, inhale, big breath in. And exhale, release. We'll slowly wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. We'll open the eyes. Awesome job. When you're ready, on an inhale, we'll reach the arms all the way up. Big breath in. Use your exhale, bow and fold. So we come into a seated forward fold here. You can touch the toes as you bow the head down towards the knee. Use an inhale to lift yourself for a halfway lift. So we'll lengthen, look forward, nice, long, back here. Find an exhale to bow, fold, and soften. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, hands to heart center. And again, when you're ready, inhale, we rise. Exhale, we bow, fold, and soften. Inhale, lifts you halfway, nice and long back. Exhale, bow, fold, and soften. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, inhale to rise. Exhale to bow. Inhale, lifts halfway. Exhale to bow. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take a moment here, press the thumbs against the sternum, feel your heartbeats. Take a moment, notice how you feel. Awesome job. When you're ready, you can release the hands down to your lap. We'll just begin through some gentle neck rolls. So we'll start by bringing the right ear over right shoulder, getting a nice stretch through the left side of the neck. When you're ready, we'll roll through center, bringing the left ear over left shoulder, getting a nice stretch through the right side of the neck. Again, we'll roll through center, right ear over right shoulder, and back through center, left ear over left shoulder. Coming back through center, we'll sit up nice and tall, nice neutral spine. Let's go ahead and work through a seated figure 4 on both sides, starting with the right foot. I'm bringing the right ankle over and across the left thigh, the left knee. Now, if this is too intense for you, you can simply bring the right ankle down just below the knee here, or you can fully cross the ankles, okay? Otherwise, we're here sitting up nice and tall, finding our seated figure 4 stretch. We'll bring our hands to the hips. We'll take a big breath in. Use your exhale to slightly bend forward here. This will deepen the stretch in the outer right hip. You might take some gentle circle with the toes, roll out the ankle. When you're ready, sit up nice and tall and release. Right foot comes down and we switch, bringing the left ankle across right knee. Again, you can modify here if you need to by simply crossing the ankles instead. We sit up nice and tall with the hands at the hips, taking a big breath in. Use your exhale, slightly bend forward. This will deepen the stretch in the outer left hip. Again, you might take some gentle circles here with the toes. Get some blood flowing to the feet. Remember your breath and notice how you feel. When you're ready, we'll release, bringing the left foot all the way back down to earth. Sitting up nice and tall, we'll take a big breath in and exhale. Let's work through our seated eagle pose. Now we're crossing the right ankle over left. From here, we'll bring the right arm underneath the left as we bend at the elbows for eagle. So finding our eagle pose, we may stay here in the arms, or we can go back and forth between giving ourselves a hug and finding those eagle arms again. So this is a great stretch for the shoulders, for the upper back. Remember to show your body kindness and grace where it's needed. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and release. We'll uncross everything, the arms, the legs, and switch to the other side, crossing the left ankle over right. Now this time, we bring the left arm underneath the right, and we're in eagle arms. Remember your breath here, remember to breathe. So it's natural and common for some of us to experience this rounding out through the upper back, through our posture. See where you can lift, lengthen, stacking up nice and tall in the spine. Remember to breathe. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and release. Uncross everything, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale and exhale. From here, let's pull the right knee into chest. We'll take some gentle circles with the toes. Gently roll it out. Setting the right foot down, we switch, pulling the left knee into chest, gentle circles with the toes. And setting the left foot down. When you're ready, inhale to rise. Exhale, bow, fold, and soften. Inhale, lifts you halfway. Exhale to bow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And again, inhale to rise. Exhale to bow and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, we rise. Maybe we pick up the pace a bit. Exhale, bow, fold. Inhale, lifts halfway. Exhale to bow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here. Thumbs against the sternum. Feel your heartbeat. Notice how you feel. Excellent, awesome job. When you're ready, we can release the hands down to our lap. So we're sitting up nice and tall. A few more neck rolls. Let's bring the right ear over right shoulder. Moving back through center, bring the left ear over left shoulder. A few more breaths, your own pace here, your own rhythm. You might continue rocking back and forth halfway or take full circles with the nose, if that feels good for you in the body. But remember to show yourself grace where it's needed. Show the body grace and kindness, and just meet yourself where you're at. So yoga is not at all about what it looks like, and it is all about how it feels. What do you feel within your body? When you're ready, let's even it out. We'll sit up nice and tall, neutral spine. Great work, everybody. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, soften. Awesome job. Now for our next set of poses, we'll be working through some warrior twos. I am going to shift the chair so that way you can see my body more clearly. Starting with warrior two on the right. So I'm going to shift my weight, sitting on the chair halfway. So my right leg is on the chair and my left leg is not. Right glute is on the seat and the left glute is not. When you're ready, we're taking this right leg and turning it out and open over to the side, to the right side. This is bringing our foot parallel with the yoga mat, so our right toes are pointed towards the front edge of the yoga mat. Creating space in the right hip, we find this external rotation. When you're ready, we extend the left leg nice and straight here. So we're coming into warrior two. You can see the foundation here with the legs. When you're ready, we'll lengthen through the arms and we find warrior two, the seated variation. So all of our support is through this right leg on the chair here. Staying lifted in the heart space, broad in the shoulders, looking past our middle finger here. So we're in our warrior two. When you're ready, inhale, reverse your warrior. Right hand reaches back into space. Big breath in. Use your exhale, extended side angle. Now the right elbow will rest on right thigh. Left hand reaches forward. Take your gaze to follow the left palm. When you're ready, inhale, reverse your warrior. So we'll reach it back one more time. Big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Awesome job. When you're ready, we'll come back through center and we switch. So bring your hands to your seat for support. Taking it to the other side. So my left leg, left glute is on the seat and my right is not. When you're ready, we're taking this left leg and opening it up to the side, finding the external rotation in the left hip. The toes are pointed towards the short edge of the yoga mat. This right leg lengthens nice and long. So we find our foundation here, and you can take as much time as you need to in your setup through the legs here. This is the most important part, is finding the stability, okay? And once this feels good, we'll find the full posture of warrior two by lengthening through the arms. Remember your breath here, remember to breathe. When you're ready, inhale, reverse your warrior, left hand reaches back. Use your exhale, extended side angle. Let's do that again. Inhale, reverse your warrior, left hand reaches back. Exhale, warrior two. Awesome job, everybody. Great work. When you're ready, we'll release. Take your time here. Coming back through center, we'll just find a nice neutral spine. Find your seat. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. When you're ready, let's open up to big T. So we'll take up space here and just take some gentle circles with the arms. Okay. You might pause, go in the opposite direction now, taking bigger circles. I'll encourage you to really slow it down here. Again, moving mindfully and with intention. When you're ready, we'll pause. You can bring it in and give yourself a hug and squeeze nice and tight. Take a moment to self-soothe. Maybe speak some words of kindness to yourself, like I am strong, I am loved. When you're ready, we'll release. Let's come into camel pose. I'm going to shift the seat again so you can see me more clearly. Coming into camel, we'll walk the hands all the way back. Now you can keep the hands, the palms on the seat here. For some, you might want to take it further and grip the backrest. We'll scooch up a bit on the edge of our seat here. The feet are firmly planted against the yoga mat. Now on an inhale, using a big breath in, we lift the heart space and find our camel pose, finding a gentle back bend in the seated variation. Keeping the heart space lifted, keep your gaze up towards the sky. Again, if you want the deeper stretch, you'll bring the hands to the backrest. This will deepen the stretch. You will have to scooch up a bit more on the edge of your seat as you let the heart space lead here. When you're ready, we'll slowly release. Find your neutral spine, okay? From our camel, let's find a seated forward fold. We'll reach for the toes and bow the head all the way down. And a few breaths here, just notice how you feel. When you're ready, we'll sit up nice and tall. Walking the feet back in underneath the body. When you're ready, inhale, let's rise for chair pose. So coming into chair pose, ideally the arms are in line with the ears, okay? We're taking a big breath in. Use your exhale to reach it back for airplane arms. Very good. Inhale, reach it forward, chair pose. And exhale, pull it back for airplane. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, reach it back for airplane arms. Great work, everybody. Awesome job. When you're ready, let's bring the hands to prayer, heart center. Press the thumbs against the sternum. Take a moment and feel your heart beat. Next, we'll be working through some twists. Let's start with the right elbow, twisting towards that left knee. So coming into your twist, the idea is in time, you'll be able to bring your gaze past the left shoulder. Now, if it's much too much to have the elbow and knee connect, you can leave some space here in your twist. So if we're here, that's okay. If we're here, that's awesome. Now, if you want to take it a little bit further, you might open the fingertips in your twist. Now, you don't have to. You can keep the hands at heart center. Let's release back through center and switch. Left elbow towards the right knee, finding your twist here. Again, if you need, you can leave some space for the body to breathe. If the elbow and knee don't quite meet, that's quite all right. Just remember your breath. Remember to breathe. If you want to take it further, you might open up the fingertips in your twist. Let's release back through center. Bring the hands to prayer, thumbs to the sternum. We'll take a deep breath in. And exhale. When you're ready, inhale to rise. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, lifts halfway. Exhale to bow. Root to rise, bring it up. And hands to heart center. Inhale to rise. Exhale, we bow. Inhale, lifts halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. When you're ready, inhale, we lift. Exhale, we bow. Inhale, lifts halfway. Exhale to release. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So we'll just take a moment here. Again, thumbs to the sternum. Feel your heartbeat. Notice how you feel. Notice your breath. Great work. When you're ready, we'll release, relaxing the body, coming to find our seated Shavasana. Now I'm going to grab a bolster that I have here. If you have a pillow at home, that will work just fine. We're bringing this underneath the feet for support, so directly underneath the heels, so you can extend the feet forward. As you do this, we'll lean back against the backrest. Turning the palms to face up and open, we'll gently close the eyes. So we're coming into our Shavasana or corpse pose, the seated variation. You might let the head tilt back slightly here. And we're just taking a moment to find our center, find our ground. Noticing our breath and noticing how we feel. You may take a moment to express gratitude here, gratitude for your body, for your breath, for your practice. Give thanks that you made it onto your mat today, that you found your seat today. Feeling heavy through the body here, so heavy through the toes, through the legs, through the hips. Heavy through the belly, through the chest, through the arms, the fingertips. Heavy through the neck, the chin, the brow, the crown of the head. Heavy. Now, if you'd like, you can stay in your seated Shavasana for however long you feel called to here, however long the body may need. If you're ready to come out of the posture, we'll wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes, coming back into our body. We'll sit up nice and tall. On an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll gently bow the head to close our practice. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. And until we meet again, namaste.